what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I don't even know if I like this anymore.
I hate my job.
Yeah.
If I lived to be 1,000 years old, I would have never thought to go online and look at prom dresses. Idaho's full, but Montana is taking applicants right now.
Absolutely not.
What's up, Big Sky Country? We've got a Montana girl here today. Amora Wood, good to see you. How are you?
I'm well.
Wonderful. Hey, so you've been on the retail side of insurance.
Yes.
You've been a wholesaler, and you worked as a carrier. Walk me through how you got started in the industry and how you got to where you are today.
Such a good question. It's been quite a journey. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. I started in the industry as a receptionist, actually, at a very, very small retailer in California. And I worked my way up from there.
So, retailer, how long were you there? What was your experience like? How long were you a receptionist?
So I was a receptionist for, honestly, about 6 months. We had a bit of a changeover in leadership.
Okay.
So that gave me the opportunity to just jump right into account manager, which was great. It was a huge challenge. I learned that I thrive when I'm just thrown straight into a struggle, essentially. So I worked as an account manager, managing the COO, the vice president, and then ultimately the president's book of business.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, so your first role, how big was the agency that you worked for? Like how many employees would you say?
We had about, I think total maybe 12 employees.
Okay.
So it was a really small shop.
Okay.
It was pretty small. I think it lasted, I was there for 12 years. So I was,
Oh, wow.
they were like a family to me.
Okay.
I went from receptionist to account manager, and then ultimately I reached a point where I thought, why am I managing all this book of business when I could do it myself and hopefully make broker money?
Make broker money. So 12 years, kind of a local agency, California.
Yeah.
And then from there, what was your next step?
From there, I moved to a much larger InsurTech retail agency. I was the first of 12 brokers.
Okay.
So that was quite a jump. I moved to an InsurTech brokerage from the smaller retail agency. And it introduced me into a world of just seeing how big insurance was. At that point, I had only been at a very small insurance agency in Roseville, California. And now suddenly I'm flying to San Francisco for monthly meetings, learning about D&O insurance, property insurance, personal lines, property, I already said property, cyber insurance. It really was an opportunity for me to just grow and expand and meet so many amazing people in this industry that I hadn't had the opportunity to meet before.
Do you feel like you had mentors or personal experiences that helped kind of push your career forward when you were at that agency?
Yeah. There was one person in particular. She actually hired me. She was my direct manager, and I find her just absolutely amazing in this industry. The way that she's reinvented herself over the years, I hope at some point that I can mirror what she's done. I think at this stage she's consulting, but she's launched several companies in this industry, and is very impressive.
So from what you just said, it sounds like you're saying you would like to be to others what she was to you?
I guess I am kind of doing that a little bit, aren't I? Yeah, that's fun.
So small agency, InsurTech agency, then was it the MGA that you worked at with Gallagher?
Yeah, so this is right before COVID. So I had an MGA reach out to me. They were a company that I used to work with directly and get quotes from. They also quoted directly to insureds. They reached out to me because they wanted to expand their operations. They wanted to start operating a little bit more as brokers instead of agents, meaning quote with multiple carriers instead of quoting with one carrier. So they asked me if I would come on board, and I ultimately decided to do that. And I led their retail market, essentially quoting with additional companies. And then I also helped them expand the lines of business that they offered their insureds.
Okay. So from there, was that like a sales role, or do you feel like there's like a management component of what you're doing?
It was more managerial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, as I'm, I've only been a retail agent. I've only sold insurance to insureds.
Yeah.
How is it different going from the world I'm in right now to what you're doing where agents are your customers?
Oh gosh, it's different in so many ways. First of all, I'm not speaking directly to the insureds most of the time. Sometimes I'll get on the phone and help smooth things out or explain things a little bit more. But I would say the biggest difference between retail and wholesale is I can really focus in and become an expert on certain lines of insurance. Whereas when I was on the retail side, I felt like I needed to know a little bit about everything. Now,
Right.
Yeah, now I can know a lot about a few things. And then I have direct access to people who are truly specialists, people who only do crime, people who only do cyber insurance, people who only work on public D&O, people who only work on private company D&O. Essentially, I could call someone and say, what is this? How do I do this? And then how can I explain it to my agent so then we can explain it to the insured? I have a direct line to the experts, and I would say that's kind of the biggest difference.
Okay. Like if you were, so let's pretend like right now, take directors and officers coverage.
Okay.
Let's pretend you think, I'm like a 9 out of 10 in my knowledge of that. But when you're a retail agent and someone asked you about directors and officers and you thought you were a 9 out of 10, where were you actually on that scale of 1 to 10 back then?
Oh gosh, back then I would say I was probably like a 3.
Overseeing a sales team, helping oversee a sales team of probably 20 agents.
Yeah.
On occasion, I'll go on meetings and think, you know what? I'll think, man, that agent explained it a lot better than I ever could have.
Yeah.
Or they know more than I do. Or maybe I know more than they do. But I do see wholesalers having a lot of knowledge of the product.
Yeah.
But you don't ever get to show that knowledge to the end user unless you get on those group phone calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
A guy told me years ago, this is when I was an agent in California, he said, when you're a wholesaler, you get a lot of submissions coming in. You get a lot of phone calls. So rather than going out and trying to get business, which is still part of what you're doing, you're getting a lot of submissions once you get your book going, but they're not all the right submissions.
Oh,
so
yes.
like, how do you filter through when someone calls and says, I have a food truck with a D&O exposure? How do you sort through and go, hey, you know what, thanks, but no thanks? Like, walk us through your process of finding the right clients.
So many things in that. I think that ultimately it really comes down to building a relationship with my retailers. With pretty well almost everybody that I work with, I have a relationship with. We can call and we can chat and we're very friendly. And within that, we can be really honest with each other. What is your goal? What are you trying to get here? Are you trying to get the lowest price? Do you need me to shop the market? What is your goal? Tell me what that is so that I can help you and give you what you need. If you're just looking for validation that what you have is the best option out there, I will give that to you.
Okay.
So really just open communication between each other is a true partnership.
Right. So you've been in their shoes and you're able to talk to them, knowing what they're looking for and knowing some of those options. Let's maybe turn this back a little bit to as you grew in your career. What lessons or what seasons of learning, as you reflect on your career, would you say helped make you the person you are today?
Truly, I took a lot from every part. You learn a little bit in every single part. I would say working at the retail level for as long as I did, insured facing, I learned a lot about resiliency. And you just have to keep going. You have to keep trying. Moving to the MGA in more of a managerial role, I learned to be a little bit more confident in myself. Okay. Yeah, with that role, I did a lot of training. And I realized that I loved to do that. I loved to help people and train people. I think maybe the MGA role and then what I'm doing now. Because what I'm doing now, I'm constantly learning new things. I just get to hone in on certain lines of coverage, like I previously said. So I would say if I had to choose a season, it was probably moving to an MGA and helping guide and set certain things up there. And then right now, having to push myself and learn and grow and adapt.
Like, so right now you're with RT Specialty,
Yeah.
working throughout Northwest and West Coast.
Yeah.
What do you like most about your role?
I love my job right now. I love it. It's such a good blend of every role that I've ever had. Because ultimately, when I was a retailer, I had a moment, and I think anybody in this industry, especially anybody in sales, you reach almost a burnout, essentially, where you just kind of hit a wall and you wonder, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I don't even know if I like this anymore.
I hate my job.
Yeah, right. maybe I'm just gonna go be an accountant. I don't know. Maybe I should just go do something else. For me, when I reached that, I've been in the industry for over 20 years, so that was a long time ago. I kind of dug in deep and figured out, what is my why? Why am I doing this? What do I like about this? And I realized ultimately my why is helping people. At that time, it was helping the insureds. Now I feel like I get to help my underwriters sell their product. And then I also get to help my agents because I can equip them with the information that they need. And then by that, I'm actually helping the insured in a way. So I think that's what gets me. Yeah. That's what I love about what I'm doing.
Well, that has to drive you because what you do relies on assisting people to meet their goals.
Exactly.
So, okay, if you weren't, when you're not helping your agents and you have free time, what do you like to do with your free time?
Well, I have 2 kids.
Okay. So kid time. Kids, elementary school under, where they need all that, you go on a trip and maybe you have to walk every
We don't do
along.
Trips right now. Okay. I've got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. Trips are driving around.
So do you spend time outdoors?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Being in Montana, it's so incredibly beautiful there. I'm so blessed to be able to live there. So yeah, we go outdoors, we go camping, we go hiking. I have 2 young boys, so they love just getting out and finding all of the rocks they possibly can and picking up all of the sticks.
Oh, that's such a cool stage.
Yeah, it's fun.
So you heard it here first, folks. If you're from California and you want to go outdoors, Idaho's full, but Montana is taking applicants right now.
Absolutely not. We do have a lot of space, though.
So I don't know when this will happen for your kids, but my kids don't have phones. They don't really have YouTube access. However, they do get to watch YouTube clips with my wife and I.
Okay.
And now one of my daughters is 13. So she watches YouTube clips about which prom dress looks good on a person. If I lived to be 1,000 years old, I would have never thought to go online and look at prom dresses. There's a million guy things that I would have looked at, but I don't think that's one of them.
That's fair.
So, Amora, we're going to have fun with this. So, you're our first guest today. And when I walked outside, I may or may not have seen you dancing in your car. Tell us about your routine. Like, are you listening to Britney or Jay-Z or Baby Shark? I mean, what's...
Oh my gosh, we're the straight 2000s, all of the 2000s. My music genre is all over the place, truthfully. Okay. I listen to everything. Outside, I was dancing to Lizzo because it's my pump-up music just to get me going in the morning. So
I actually saw a clip on a YouTube post recently. It was a CD.
Okay.
It had all these songs like Mambo No. 5. I mean, they were just old songs.
Oh, good songs.
And I looked and I realized I knew every single song on that CD. And I commented and said, I know all these songs, #old. Because now only old people know songs from 1997. 1997 was 28 years ago.
There's a Discman in a museum now.
Amora, don't break my heart.
Yeah.
Don't break my heart.
That shocked me. We're there.
So we are now becoming not the young people, but we're not the old people yet. Maybe we're in the mid.
Yes.
Let's ask you this final question. If you had to give advice to a young lady who was considering the insurance industry, or maybe was in the insurance industry and was feeling like, man, this is hard, what advice would you give that person?
It is hard. Everything's hard. Life is hard. It's all hard. Keep going, keep trying, keep pushing. Things get easier. The first time you walked, it was hard. Just keep going.
Right.
It gets better. But also, I'm an advocate for challenging yourself. So,
right. Any books or podcasts or that you would recommend to someone as a way to push themselves personally?
There's so many self-development podcasts out there. I would say right now I'm really loving Diary of a CEO.
Okay.
He has a lot of different guests on there that you can kind of tailor what it is you're looking for in that day. I've learned a lot from that podcast. If you're looking for a particular book that can maybe help you hone in and have some strategy behind growth, I love High Performance Habits. That one has really just kind of helped guide me a little bit more.
High Performance Habits?
Yeah, okay. It talks a little bit more about, being a high-performing individual in all aspects of your life, not just professionally, but marrying that in personally as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Amora. I know our team has enjoyed working with you, and I'm thankful you joined me today.
You're a great partner. Thank you for having me. I love being here.
Awesome.